Hey guys, how are you? This is Brandon McGee with the McGee Law Firm. We're here today. We're not in my office. We're actually at Celebration in Richardson. I'm here with Debra Saxon, and she is the owner of Celebration. Celebration is a wonderful company that we've had a relationship with now for a few years at the McGee Firm. And so we wanted to take a moment to introduce you guys to Debra and Celebration and the things that they offer. So first, Debra, tell us what inspired you to start Celebration.
Well, Brandon, so I worked in retirement living for many years prior to starting Celebration. And one of the things that I learned in my time in retirement living was that oftentimes seniors are only spoken to about wills, trusts,
Right.
home health care,
The
end of
boring
life, the
things.
boring things.
Right.
And I really wanted to provide a opportunity for seniors to celebrate life after 60, to
Nice.
enjoy life. And there wasn't any other senior publication out there that did what we do. And so I started Celebration, hoping that people would see my vision, and it has been an amazing experience over the last 15 years.
I love that concept of let's not just talk about financial planning and estate planning and where you're going to be buried. Let's celebrate.
Let's
That's
celebrate
great.
life.
That's a
Absolutely.
great concept. How long has Celebration been here for?
So I started Celebration 15 years ago.
15 years ago.
So
Okay.
we have actually been producing magazines since 2011 and
Okay.
traveling since 2011. So from the get go, that's what we did.
Okay, we're going to get to
Yeah.
the travel because I
Okay,
know that's a passion of yours. It's a
love it.
passion of a lot of people's. But
Yes.
first, tell us what besides the traveling opportunities, what are some of the other things that you guys offer here at your facility in Richardson?
So we have a big event space here at Celebration, and we're located in Richardson. We do health talks. We have Brandon is out here all the
Do
time
you bring in
speaking.
boring
We
speakers?
do, but then we also have fun events. We did when the solar eclipse happened. We had over 250 people here for the solar eclipse, and we had live music and food, and all of it was free to our seniors. We do drive-in movies in our parking lot. We're having a big parking lot party in September.
Okay.
All of our advertisers will be invited to that. We're doing a big barbecue, and it's $10 a person to come.
Okay.
Live music, but we do a lot of fun events here, and it's really great because it's an opportunity for people to meet each other in the community outside of their regular clubs or churches or synagogues, whatever they're wherever they meet other people. And our folks have become lifelong friends, which is really
And
nice.
so you guys kind of balance, I mean, you do a lot of fun things, but then you also do educational, which is we
Absolutely.
all need to take care of business and
Absolutely.
kind of like, hey, let's take care of business and have a little fun. The
Absolutely.
philosophy. I like that.
Absolutely. And our the people that we work with, like you, it's really important to me. I handpick and look at every single person that we work with, because I think it's really important that people who read Celebration know that we're a referral source.
Yeah.
So once we meet someone like you who wants to get involved with Celebration,
Yeah.
I want to make sure that you are the right person, the
Yeah.
right fit. Like, you're the only attorney that we work with.
Right.
I will not work with other attorneys. We have one audiologist because we know that they're the best.
Right.
You're the best.
Right.
And that to me is very important in our referral
So
system.
you vet the professionals before you let them come in and
Absolutely.
educate and get to know your
So
seniors.
when you and I started working together, I had multiple conversations with Terry, got to know her,
Right.
learned more about you through her,
Right.
and that's how this process started.
Okay.
And so I'm very picky as to who is allowed
Yeah.
in Celebration.
And that's great, and you should be.
Absolutely.
You gotta protect your people here.
Absolutely.
And then tell us who is allowed to come, who's not allowed to come, who's welcome here at Celebration.
So are you talking about vendors such as
No, no, no,
yourself?
no, no. I'm talking about
People.
the seniors. Right.
Anybody who is 60 and older. I
60 and
mean,
older.
even
Okay.
if they're 55 and they're looking for resources, we're happy to
Okay.
have them. This is a place for our seniors to come. We have, like right now, we have an event going on in the other room, and coffee and donuts and people and hanging out, and and it's just a place for people to gather together, and we love everyone to be here.
Okay, wonderful.
I
And
built this for them.
tell us a little bit about your magazine. What's the purpose of the magazine, and what's the kind of the circulation of the magazine?
Sure. So we have over 180,000 people that read Celebration annually in print.
Okay.
Then our uh, our online presence, our digital, so many people who read it. So the purpose of the magazine is to have some fun. When I started Celebration, I read a story about a doctor who was performing tests on athletes.
Okay.
And he was measuring their brain waves. And when he would have them lay in their in a chair, and he would tell them, close your eyes and run your event in your head.
Oh yeah.
And he was monitoring the brain waves as they were running their event. And that always stuck with me because I wanted Celebration to help not just people who can get out and be here, but to help people who are at home and maybe can't get out. And so Celebration is full of, games and great articles and funny stories. And it's all written from the perspective of seniors. Okay. So all of our writers are seniors, unless they're a staff writer. But they always interview seniors. It is about seniors.
And I guess maybe, and tell me if I'm wrong here, but with seniors, so there's more of a chance that somebody has retired and is no longer working.
Absolutely.
Right? There might be more of a chance that somebody is now, has been divorced for a while or widowed. Mm-hmm. Kids are no longer in the home. Mm-hmm. It could be different parts of the country.
That's right.
So maybe there's a higher chance for maybe kind of some loneliness to settle in for some seniors, right?
Absolutely. And we see that all the time.
This is kind of a gap to help with that.
It is. So, and I know we're going to talk about travel, but our travel, we see that a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of people will come and say, this is my first time ever traveling with you. My spouse passed away a few years ago, but I'm ready to see the world, but I don't want to do it on my own.
Of course.
And it's amazing.
It'd be intimidating.
Absolutely. Right. And it's amazing to see how they progress through what we do. We have people that do 1 or 2 trips with us a year, but then we have some that do all of them because they want to be with their friends and they want to be with us, and which is really exciting for them.
So what you segued into travel, which is great. That's where I was going next. Okay. That's the fun thing to talk about.
It is.
So about how many group trips do you all offer a year?
Between 8 and 10, depending on how much stamina we have for the year.
Okay. And then give us, I've heard about some of them. I see pictures and things like that. But where are some of the places that you guys have traveled to?
Oh my goodness.
Stand out.
So
just talk about local.
Sure.
Domestic and international.
Sure. So next week we're getting ready to go to Mount Rushmore in Deadwood, and we're going to be doing all the national parks.
Okay.
We just got back from Dublin, Ireland.
Oh my gosh. Did you go on that?
I did. I did all the trips.
You go on all of them.
It was amazing. Yeah, we all do, and that's one of the things that's really important is you're not just going to have a host on the bus that you don't know. Okay. It's our staff, and everyone knows our staff. And that makes it a lot more comfortable for people because we know that Betty she's gluten-free, she's diabetic, she needs, this, that, and the other. She has to sit in the front of the bus. She needs twin beds.
Maybe personalities to keep apart on the bus.
Absolutely. I could tell you stories. Oh my goodness.
Right.
But also at the same time, just like we vet our vendors that we work with, we also are very particular about who travels with us.
So you obviously reserve the right to tell somebody you're not the right person for this trip.
So we were on a trip once last summer, and there was a couple on the trip that were not getting along and they were disrupting everyone else. And I said to my husband, we were far away. And I said, you're going to fly them home, and they are not going to participate in this trip. So I am very conscientious about who is around us and what the mood is. Whether it's in the magazine, whether it's on a trip, that's very important to me that people know that we're watching out for them.
Just kind of a thought how sometimes the more things change, or the older we get, the more things stay the same.
Right.
My son, his sophomore class took a trip to Washington, D.C. This spring. And there were a couple boys that one of the teachers had to fly home. So same concept.
Same concept. Hey,
so if you're ruining things for everybody else by not,
That's right. Absolutely.
You're gonna have to go home.
And I'm not the type of business owner who looks at the money.
Right.
it's always do the right thing and the money will
Yeah,
come. Do you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Create the good experience for
That's right.
people. Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not about it. And people say to me, oh, you just lost a client. Yeah, no, they've asked me several times if they
Yeah.
can come back. So no, we didn't, but we made the experience for
Oh,
our
yeah.
guests much better.
And then tell us just some other places. Name, maybe number one, do you all ever go anywhere within the state of Texas?
So we did last year or the year before last, we were in
Oh,
Fredericksburg,
yeah.
which was a really great trip.
Okay.
But we've done a lot of the Texas stuff. Next year we're doing the Albuquerque
Yeah, cool.
Balloon Festival, and we're staying in Santa Fe, New
Nice.
Mexico. We're going to Washington D.C.
Okay.
We're doing oh my goodness, we're doing a couple of cruises. We're heading to Alaska. We're doing Hawaii in
And
January.
you go on all these.
I go on all of
Can we
them.
switch jobs? Do you
Exactly,
want to take
right?
over the law firm?
Yeah. I was be a lawyer when I was younger, and now I'm glad.
Insurance, the right option is to travel with people.
Listen, it's a lot of hard work,
Yeah.
but the reward of meeting people and
Watching them have fun.
that's right. That
Right.
means everything.
Yeah, yeah.
We are we like to spoil our guests. So we travel our bus company wherever we go
Okay.
to in the US, they meet us there. And so we'll have buses that take us to the airport, and then our bus and our drivers
Okay.
meet us wherever we're at. And we travel with snacks and drinks and beer and wine and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And we get to just spoil our guests rotten and give them the time of their life.
Let me ask you this. If we, for other seniors that are watching, who maybe have never traveled with a senior group, they have an opportunity here, maybe through their church, there's an opportunity, or through, the senior center of the city they live in,
Right.
some other city in Texas. If they're hesitant to do that, because maybe some people feel like, what if I don't get along with everybody? And what
Right.
if I don't have fun? And, maybe some concerns. What would you tell that person to make them feel like, you know what, you should try this?
Yeah, so what I would say is just come to one of our presentations.
Okay.
That's all you have to do.
Right.
We have a policy. We are not selling you. You do not need to bring your checkbook with you.
Okay.
We just want you to come and meet us, meet our staff, meet our other guests,
Right.
and just kind of just see what we're all about. Because we want everyone to feel good about their purchase.
Okay.
And I tell people all the time, when they say, "Oh, I don't know if I really want to do this," no problem. We're going to hold this spot for you for 2 weeks.
Right.
And you go home and make a decision. Make
Okay.
sure it feels good for you before you make that financial commitment. And then, because I own the company, we help our guests, if they want to pay out a trip over the course of 6 months or a year or
Yeah.
whatever, we'll work with them. This is not a corporation.
Right.
This is Debra Saxon and Greg Saxon who take the money and do all of that. So we want everyone to feel good about what they're doing.
And let me ask you this: whenever you have trips, let's say an international trip,
Mhm.
is the fee that your clients paying, the seniors paying, is it cover airfare?
Covers everything.
Okay.
So everything that we do is all inclusive. We
Except
may
maybe
have
some meals.
Yeah, so we
Right.
may have 1 or 2 meals, that's it.
Okay.
Everything we do is breakfast, lunch, dinner,
Yeah.
all your snacks, all your drinks, your hotel, all gratuities, tips. The only thing that's additional is going to be your travel insurance, and it is mandatory
Okay.
for everyone to have travel insurance when they travel with us. Now, we work with Travel Guard, which is an AIG company, and the reason we work with them is because they're the best in the industry. I like the
Yeah,
best.
yeah.
So they are truly the best in the industry. They have a pre-existing condition waiver that when we take a deposit, we automatically buy their insurance because the pre-existing conditions are covered at that point. Now, people do not have to use our insurance. They're more than welcome to get their own insurance policy. However, it has to be equivalent to what we have. There's 100% cancellation, trip interruption, medical. The medical is huge. If we're in a foreign country and I have to life flight someone back, I know that Travel Guard is going to be able to help me. And because we have worked with them for 15 years, we have a relationship with them, and they know how the dynamic of our business, right?
Okay.
So they will help me facilitate something if and when I need it.
And do you and Greg, or do you all plan on doing this for a while longer? Is this something that you're kind of a passion that,
So we love it, absolutely. But
okay,
we're going to want to retire
one
as
day?
well. And I have people that that come to me all the time that would like to purchase
Okay, so you
Celebration.
see it continuing, and well,
Absolutely. I mean,
I asked that selfishly because I'm 50 and I'm thinking in 10 years from now, I would like to go on some of these
right.
trips.
I'll be taking because I'm 58.
All
So
right.
10 years.
It'll be your successor will be
That's
here.
right.
All right.
So
Sounds
be
good.
here.
Okay. Well, maybe you and Greg will just go on the trip as
Probably
just
because I feel like they're doing it wrong. They're doing it wrong.
you want to stay out of their business.
I got it.
Okay. And guys, I will tell you, last Christmas, I took my family, we went to London, and we had never been to London. And so I talked to Deborah, your mom's from England, right?
My parents.
Both her
Yes.
parents. So even though she doesn't have the accent, she was raised here, but she spent a lot of time there. Her suggestions were incredible. We had an awesome time, and it was a big help to us. And let me ask you this. So I have a lot of my clients are in Tarrant County.
Mhm.
If somebody found out about Celebration and maybe didn't, let's say they weren't going to drive here all the time, but
Right.
they were interested in a trip, but you
Right.
didn't know them yet, right?
Right.
But maybe they said, "Hey, I'm Brandon's client." What's kind of the expectation? Would you want for them to come over here once to meet you,
Oh,
or to
absolutely.
make sure that again we're not bringing on somebody that's going to maybe be disruptive or
Absolutely. So we have a
Okay.
lot of people from Tarrant County. In fact,
Okay,
we
great.
have a lot of people from out of the state that
Oh,
travel with us.
nice. Oh, that's cool.
So we will, if they're in Tarrant County and we're flying out of an DFW, then they just meet us at the airport. We
Okay.
discount their bus for that portion
Okay.
of the trip.
Right.
But that happens a lot, a
Okay.
lot. If they're out of state, then they fly to wherever we are, and
Okay.
we make those arrangements with them for them.
Nice.
So yeah, so that happens all the time. But coming here, it really is a benefit because you're going to meet us. Again, we want people to make that decision because they feel comfortable and we
Okay.
feel comfortable, and we want them to meet everyone. That doesn't mean they have to come here all the time,
Yeah.
but it does, it's very helpful if they come to Celebration
Yeah, sure.
and see what we're all about.
Okay, awesome. And Deborah, how can for my clients that are watching this, and just so you know, this will go all over social media. I have a
That's great.
YouTube, and so other people may be seeing it a year from now, 2 years from now. But where on the internet can people find you?
Absolutely. So celebrationmagazine.com and celebrationseniortravel.com. And we do have our magazine is free.
Mhm.
We mail it directly to your home if you want to. If anybody wants to register for a magazine, they just hit our subscribe button.
Okay.
It's people like Brandon who make it free. So their advertising dollars is how we're able to get the
Awesome.
information out to
Okay.
them for free. And we have a a tri-weekly newsletter. So we go
Okay.
out every Wednesday, Sunday, and Friday. Our newsletters are fun. They're, informational. People like you, Brandon, can put articles in, and
Right.
we're able to get some information out. Sometimes because we're humans, something may be incorrect in the magazine, and we can
It
correct
never
it.
happens in my paperwork.
Never, absolutely not. So I mean it, but anyway, they want to, if they don't want to sign up online, they can just
Okay.
call our office here, 469-532-2622. Call us, we'll subscribe them, get them on the newsletter and get them the print magazine. They can pick it up in any of 350 stores around the Metroplex. So we're all over the place. HEB, Tom Thumb,
Okay.
Central Market, some Kroger's. So we're all over the place. And then in our advertising partner offices, every independent retirement community in our area here,
Yeah.
we're in, and a lot in Tarrant County actually as
Okay.
well. So
And guys, let me tell you all. So again, like I said at the beginning, I've had a relationship with Celebration for a number of years now. So we've had clientele in common. And number one, the people that I've met from here, the seniors, always been really nice people. I've always really enjoyed getting to know them. Number two, my clients who have gone on the trips with Deborah say really great things about them. I've always heard really positive things. So if any of you guys have been thinking about this or are already interested in traveling with groups of seniors, I would definitely recommend having a conversation with Deborah. And if you know, sometime I know a lot of my clients, not all, but a lot are in Tarrant County. You know, maybe pick a time when they're going to have an event over here. Drive over, not during rush hour, middle of the day,
Right.
right? And meet Deborah, meet her staff. They're all super nice ladies. And so anyways, want to encourage you guys to reach out to Deborah and just find out what they have to offer. But thank you so
Wonderful. Thank
much.
you,
Appreciate
Brandon. It was really
it.
great. And by the way, we absolutely love Brandon. So thank you for all of your years with us.
Oh yeah,
We
absolutely.
appreciate it
No,
very, very
it's been a
much.
great relationship. All right,
Very good.
guys, you all take care.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you soon.